What's happening, everyone? I'm your host, King Crucial the Great. This is the Table of Greatness. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay updated with recent posts. We have our host today, King Chaos the Great. Welcome to the stage, my brother.
Yo,
How
what's
you
good, everybody?
doing? It's good. It's all going. It's flowing. A whole bunch of events happened today. Let's talk about
'em. Better up.
'em. Let's get it
First
going.
thing on the agenda looks like Poop Poop. We're gonna call him Poop Poop. I just gave him a new name.
Oh, you gonna call Zelensky skeet skeet and poop poop. That's crazy work.
Poop Poop. See. Anyway,
We gonna
Poop
call
Poop.
Trump true.
Nope, that's Uncle Donnie.
Uncle Dottie.
Get it right.
I pulled it up. You got the
Get it
share screen.
right. Anywho, the caption of our first picture says Russia's President Vladimir Putin visits a command center of the Russian armed forces in the course of Russia-Ukraine conflict in the Kursk region, Russia, March 12, 2025. In this still image taken from video. All right, so from the last time we spoke on the conflict, the Russians made a move on the Ukraine's amidst the pausing of aid from the United States.
Right.
Looks like Russian demands are similar to the early terms presented to the U.S. Demands include no NATO members or no foreign troops in Ukraine. Unclear if Putin will engage seriously in peace talks. Biden administration discussed demands prior to Ukraine invasion. Um,
The one that stands out to me is that last one.
the thing that gets on my nerves is that people think that this type of leader survives by making changes.
Elaborate.
I believe that this type of leader, which I can't clearly give a set category to, um, I guess what we see commonly in the communist parties would be a leader that if he decides to change or to retreat or to give up or to go into peace talks, he'd be overthrown by his heaviest supporter and we'd have to deal with another version of the same monster.
Mm.
So he's in a between a rock and a hard place because he has to make a decision to either maintain his traditionalist approach and maintain the goal of reuniting Mother Russia or the Greater Soviet Union or whatever, or risk cooperating. And if you cooperate, you risk a coup.
True enough. For
So,
the
so what are we really dealing with? We really looks like a lose lose situation at the moment, as far as like trying to talk peace. I mean, at this point, Ukraine needs to cooperate fully with the United States is saying, um, in in order to win, because Russia is not. going to surrender. And
Basically,
they,
come up off them minerals.
yeah, because I mean, it makes no sense to keep dragging this out. He's trying to play chess when uh he's not even he's a piece on the board. He's not a player.
That part. That's a great analogy.
All right.
That's
Let's
my well, yeah. Trump and Russia. Trump said he'll have it done within a few months. So I still feel he'll reach that goal. So I know Russia and Trump. I knew that was gonna be like on the last day as soon as Trump took office, because we was buddies when Trump was in office with Russia. We was pretty good buddies, as Trump would put it. But yeah, it's like, why wouldn't you be on good terms with the second most literally lethal country in the world behind the United States? No other country has more nuclear arsenal than the United States and Russia. Why wouldn't they be buddies? Real question.
real question.
Hmm.
I don't have a. I said too much already.
So what's the next topic? That's my standpoint. Russia and USA gonna be buddies forever. If when they stop being buddies, that's when the world should look out. Long as Trump in office, I feel like Russia will be a, I ain't gonna say an ally, but they'll be chill.
Yeah, to be mindful of their boundaries.
Right. They'll be they'll, what I mean, calm down for a few, at least a few years. All right, I'm gonna share the screen for you. Next slide. My bad. What we got here?
Uh, you know, it says Elon's rooting for government shutdown, but let's see what the story says.
Who for weeks have been concerned about a possible shutdown and the way that that could sort of further.
Welcome back to America Decides. In just over 48 hours, the federal government will partially shut down unless Congress can pass a spending bill. Now, I know you've heard that story before. Shutdown stories are kind of circular in Washington. They come and go. What you haven't heard, though, is what we're going to talk about now. New reporting from Wired finds that Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency just might want Washington to close down for a few days. McKenna Kelly and Victoria Elliott have both been covering Elon Musk and Doge for Wired. Let's see. McKenna is in Zoom, and Victoria interest, though not spoken out loud, in favor of a partial government shutdown.
Yeah, so I think, when we're talking about a shutdown, the fundamentals of a shutdown means that every agency has to go through the people that work for it and categorize them as essential or non-essential. And the narrow definition for essential is really like protecting people's lives or property. So, air traffic controllers, for instance, not going to be paused in a shutdown, but things like maybe food inspection, that could be the type of role that might be paused during a shutdown. And I think this really aligns with what Doge has been trying to do, which is mass government layoffs. We've already seen them coming into agencies like USAID, like what they've tried to do with the CFPB.
Okay. I I like to just say that this is hilarious because again, they are saying that a suggestion from Elon for clarifying the documentation pertaining who is necessary for these jobs and who is not. does not mean he says, hey, that means all these people who are not necessary need to leave now. This is again up to the people who are in charge of these departments and companies to make these decisions and to put the plans in place to put the people where they belong or to send them about their business.
Totally agree. I don't know. I think the Democratic Party got a witch hunt out for Elon right now. That's what it
I think
seems like through the
they
media.
have to because the longer the audit goes, the more failure to be good stewards of the taxpayers' money is going to be overly obvious.
Facts. So I don't know. I don't think he's rooting for a shutdown. I think he's rooting for efficiency.
Right. Clarity. He's trying to do his job. We cannot force all these people to clarify if they're essential or not until certain conditions are met. And one of those conditions would be a shutdown.
Hmm. I think most members in the Democratic cabinet are just afraid of Elon because of his wealth and intellect. Really, like if
Uh,
he could
the
intimidate the
dust,
average mind, especially a person if he's in a position that where he's just granddaddy in, like that lifetime position at the Senate and Congress and all the ones who really probably gonna have their, you know what I mean?
the dust under the rug has no fear until the broom finds somebody to lift the mat.
There you go.
It's
Elon done
like
lifted the mat.
I'm talking about it's over with. They just know dustpan is coming. That's why it's so much panic. You know the little kid that did it. As soon as you ask and the eyes get big, and all of a sudden we want to talk about what everybody else did and what everybody else should get in trouble for. This is
Hmm.
classic immature behavior.
And that goes back to what happened at the joint press meeting with Trump, how they acted childish there too, bro. They not even acting childish and, like, you know what I mean, private. They're doing it in a public space. They're doing it at their job.
Right. On the clock with the pettiness.
That's crazy. It's crazy work. And I'd be like, dang, what did they do so bad to make them hate them so, like,
I mean, to be
government
real, even
positions,
a small
you're supposed to support a party or a member off of their policies, off of what they're running for. And it's like, from what I see from from their perspective, they're running on who they like and who they don't like.
even a small mishap, even a small mark on the reputation is enough to destroy an individual's career or social life, especially in these political places.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
that's a fact.
the fear is real and it's very understandable. I mean, but it just like I said, those who are reacting in such extreme dramatic ways are just kind of either they're doing it to bring attention to themselves to hide their friends or they're doing it out of panic and they're guilty.
Which brings us to our next topic.
All right, oh buddy. And next topic is it looks like the Democrats are trying to make Elon poor.
Hmm. Now, why would you go and say something like that, King Chaos?
Because that's the headline.
Talk to me.
This is Tesla takedown movement has been a success. Whew. So what
Mm-mm.
exactly? It's been a tough few weeks for Elon Musk and his business empire. Tesla shares have plummeted as the electric vehicle company is increasingly seen as a symbol of Trumpism. with
Mm.
consumers in both the U.S. and Europe walking away from the brand.
Hold
And
up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's process that real quick. A form of what?
Trumpism. That is
Bro, I swear that, I'm willing to put any amount of money that a Democrat came up with that term. Trumpism is crazy work, bro. That's crazy. All right, my bad. I could just let you go past that all eloquently like that. I
that.
had to point that out.
I ain't gonna,
Trumpism.
I ain't gonna lie
Wow.
to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. The state, the current state of the society, is that of kin to teenagers that are wanting to be unruly. And as soon as any kind of order or accountability or discipline or self-control is placed on individuals who should carry all of those attributes, they panic like little children.
Facts. What was that it for the article?
I mean, it's just a bunch of little details. The big deal is there's a lot of people trying to sway the way things are going by being bullies to a degree. Um, we could call it boycotting, we could call it protesting, but at the end of the day, that man has made enough money to where we we cannot affect his wealth. We cannot make him poor. Like there's nothing that anybody can do to make him poor except for himself.
That part, bro. Like that's asinine. That's that whole article for real. You lost me with Trumpism. You trying to make him broke because he like somebody. Man, that's crazy work. And that takes us to our next topic.
Judge orders Doge and Elon Musk to turn over documents, answer written questions. The demands for information are designed to clarify the parameters of Doge and Musk's authority.
Mm.
Um, I mean, just off of that, I kind of want to laugh a little bit, but I'll keep my mouth shut for a few seconds.
Oh no! Check out the next paragraph. It gets better. I promise you.
Federal judge ordered Elon and his Department of Government Efficiency to turn over a wide array of records and answer questions about plans it crafted to downsize federal agencies, fire employees, and suspend federal contracts. Which we got to remember, he is basically a consultant, and he is advising based on this is the most extreme case, and this is the most lenient case. I'm pretty sure he doesn't just give the most cutthroat solutions unless he is directed to.
Right. He's just a tool in the toolbox that Trump using right now.
And it's so funny how they're calling the Department of Government Efficiency, and at the end of the day, it's a third party company
Company. Right.
hired to do a specific job. So,
And
I
the
mean,
media giving them more power by disclosing them to the public constantly. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. Hilarious.
So the public, as the masses, they gonna look like, their name is Department of Government Efficiency. So, well, I'd say I agree with them, just
And,
off the name alone.
and another thing that strikes me as quite stupid is that you want to try to scrutinize a person whose entire job is to run a fine comb through things.
Literally.
So you don't think he has a well defined scope of service? And that's all they're asking for really is a scope of service. A well defined scope of service is how I feel.
Mhm. Oh
And I'm pretty
no,
sure he has it.
not this paragraph. Check out that next one. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Right there. Yeah,
With this,
yeah.
the Trump administration has tried to resist legal
No, no, no,
discovery.
no. The first one at the top. You see what they're trying to
It's
use
the
it
first
as?
time a judge has ordered Musk to produce documents in court challenge to his aggressive campaign to slash and reshape federal bureaucracy. Chuck Can indicated her order was primarily aimed at identifying the Doge officials Musk has embedded across the government in details about the parameters of Doge and Musk authority. Yeah, scope of service.
Next line. Where she come from?
Oh, that's funny.
I told you it'd get better, bro.
Oh man. So basically, oh man, yeah, it's a Democrat war, man. They're trying to have so many different wars. They figure they'll win somewhere.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my
I don't know why this didn't come across my radar. I didn't see this one. This is quite typical.
god.
Like this is right on script. They didn't vary at all.
Oh man.
Let's be petty.
Like at all, bro. Like they I tell you what, but Elon going through it this week, but he getting attacked from all angles.
So the part that makes me laugh also says the Trump administration has tried to resist legal discovery concerning Musk activities by describing him as senior White House advisor, citing executive privilege. All recent administrations have resisted efforts to force President closest advisors, my bad, oh my goodness, those advised to testify or turn over evidence in connection with court proceedings. So, what's crazy about that to me is that we do not find where the people of the country are being hurt by this situation.
No
The government itself sees
inefficiencies.
inefficiencies. And
Mm-hmm.
this is a blanket way to address them. And yes, the administration is going to take some freedoms and leeways and have help some friends along the way. But there was nothing said when anyone was helping out the friends of the Democrats.
That part, bro. Yep. Totally agree. And the fact that they getting judges and everything else, people boycotts. Yeah, before I get into that, let's go ahead and jump into that next topic because I have never heard of this company until you know recently.
You talking about the Colombian?
Nah, 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 nah. We at Boycott USA.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I would like to say from the bottom of my heart that nobody cares that's inside the United States. As soon as they pay attention to the facts, they will not care about the rest of the world boycotting American products.
Nope.
If we go back to a world where you produce what you consume, the world is going to be a better place. And then we will see who is strong and who is not.
Mm, that's tough right there. That is a great perspective. I love that.
Because if you are worried about boycotting, listen, bro, there is nowhere I have ever been in the United States where something anywhere else on the other side of the world mattered enough for me to get it where I was at. Like if there was any kind of special store representing any other country anywhere I've been in the world, like I've never been anywhere in the world outside the United States. So maybe I don't know enough. But like I can go without the stuff that comes from outside the United States. I would be okay with only using gasoline from the oil found in the United States. I'd be okay with only eating beef with the cows that eat the grass that's here in the United States. I'd be okay with all that. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. Clothes made here, like it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah,
But
it benefits everybody in the society more. Jobs open up,
hmm
companies get bigger and grow.
just like Uncle Donnie said, we're gonna go ahead and make so much money off these tariffs because you can go anywhere outside the United States from what I've seen, and American products are going to be of high demand.
Oh yeah, facts.
So there is nowhere in the United States where anything European or Chinese other or Indian other than like weave, like female beauty products.
I mean, you got your
And I'm
designer
not a
clothing
consumer
and
of
shit.
that. And
That's true.
definitely we can make our own beauty products in the United States with the own resources that are here produced here. So I don't know. I don't see the problem with us seeing about boycotting import products.
And I just think it's stupid to even have a company named Boycott US. Why would you want to boycott the country you live in? That's stupid. That's almost traitorous. Bro, like you live in the USA, but you want to boycott the USA. It ain't gonna help the USA. If it does work, it's definitely gonna hurt the USA in the country that you live in. So thus far, it's gonna be hurting you. I don't understand people logic these days, bro. I can see if it's boycott Ukraine. Boy, hell, I can see boycott bombs, boycott war, boycott something like that. You gonna boycott the country you live in. That's like me saying boycott the table of greatness.
Crucial.
Huh?
You are crazy as shit.
But I'm right, bro.
No, 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 dummy. No, no. None of these people are in the United States.
Hold up. Talk to me. Talk
Look
to
what
me.
it's saying.
Talk
It's
to me
saying
now.
people outside the United States country with 4 EU countries and Canada topping the search list and multiple countries having large Facebook groups dedicated to boycotting US products. One of the biggest regions for pushback is Denmark. These are outsiders talking about boycotting US products and outside of the US.
So this isn't a company. This is just a group of people.
Yes, this is a trend.
Man, we all know what trends do.
Right. But this is why I said what I'm saying. These will not get big enough to matter. Because if they really want to take it seriously, how
Denmark. What
well
the hell do they
how
do
well
in
would
Denmark,
Denmark
bro?
survive without imports?
And that's why they so mad, bro. There ain't nothing in Denmark. I
That's
get
what
it. I'd be mad too. I'd be wanting to. You see, and now okay, yeah, I'm crazy as hell because now it makes all the sense in the world. I boycott us too. A
huh?
country like who? Denmark? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They could only gain from it. They could only gain from it, bro.
Right. And
Because
so
I'm
the
telling you, they
tariffs
losing right now.
tariffs Yeah, the tariffs are going to hurt them badly
Badly.
because some of the smaller countries cannot produce in the U.S.
Can't what I don't even know what can be produced in Denmark, period, bro. What are they good for? Except for cold weather, I think.
You know what? I don't know.
Exactly, bro. Like, yeah, I'd be pissed. And you
I
say that's
can't tell
they're the
you.
biggest pushback.
I
Yeah.
can't tell you what goes on in Denmark other than skiing.
I don't know. I don't even know nothing in Denmark, so I feel
Yeah,
like I spent too
I
much
can't
time on
name
them
any cities.
already.
So, but that's so funny how we deal with that because uh, I've been called an um uneducated or under traveled because I've gotten into conversations and not understanding the cultures in Europe. But it's like I have 50 plus cultures I'm dealing with in my own country.
Right.
Like, so I don't want to seem insensitive to European cultures, but I don't interact with them enough to care. Like
Boycott
it's
USA. So we got Denmark, they leading the charge. And who that is coming in second?
uh
Sweden.
second highest would be no, Denmark is second after Luxembourg. Um I don't even know where that's at. It says in neighboring Sweden, which I know it's they're known for chocolate and bank accounts that don't share information with the United States. Um,
Mhm.
they just got a Facebook page with 80,000 members. But listen, these numbers aren't even big. 73,000 members in Denmark. These these groups aren't that big.
That's a city.
Look,
That's
uh,
a city of people.
France ranked number 3 in Google for boycott USA searches. The country's Boycott USA by French and European Facebook page has 20,000. See, these numbers are little as hell, man. They're
The
not
companies they
really
trying to boycott is Nike, American Swiss, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King, Netflix, Apple, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, Goodyear, Firestone, IBM, 3M, Mobile, Caterpillar, M, and Caltex.
talking about American staples in the European countries. Listen, bro, they are going to have the drive. We're going to have so many people legally moving to the United States. It's going to be crazy
From Canada, you believe?
from all over. They're going to be like, listen, people are going to be like, yo, you're not going to do Burger King no more? All right, I'm going to go to the U.S. and get a job at Burger King there then.
That's wild, bro. Like, yeah, I'm on X. Check, typed in boycott USA. It's actually trending, bro.
That's what
Yeah,
I
a
know
lot
it's
of Canadian flags waving and everything. So
it doesn't bother me at all because again I say if we don't import, we have enough people in states to where we can still get it done. And the companies with enough money and sense, them not being the same thing, will produce in the US to sell to the Americans so that the majority of that money stays within the communities that it is serving.
hmm so yeah, you know how I feel about boycotting anything.
Should boycott a lot of stuff that never got boycotted. So, I feel all the important stuff that should have been boycotted, got ignored. So I'm gonna just mind my business.
That part. All right, what we got next? We got Chevron CEO Big Mad.
Yeah, his big quote from earlier this week is swinging from one extreme to the other is not the right policy approach.
Talk to me.
Uh, to be honest, I haven't gotten too deep into this yet. I am very interested in the news coming out of Chevron, but I just haven't been updated just yet.
So,
Um, this here seems to be
I'll read
it
it.
says Mike Ward spoke to the need for U.S. legislation in the oil industry weeks after President Donald Trump ordered to kill Chevron's license to drill and export Venezuelan oil. Trump's executive order punished Venezuela for not cooperating with an agreement to bring Venezuelan migrants living in the U.S. back to their home country. Worth
Mhm.
emphasized that the importance of the industry stability after administration changes and calls for stronger oil legislation.
Mhm.
Chevron CEO Mike Wirth said U.S. oil legislation should be more durable and not be at all risk of being not at being not be at risk of being swung back into a direction by a future administration after President Donald Trump's executive order to halt the company's production in the country.
Mhm.
Um, so the silly thing is, Trump has been very clear that he wants to drill in the country for oil in United States territories and in the states, like literally get the oil from inside the country.
Right.
And so not only did y'all not cooperate with taking back y'all criminal citizen we don't want or need, we also don't need the money from the oil company when we got oil in our own country to be. Man, bring your stupid butt up, back up here to the States and drill up here and keep them moving. Find a
Mhm.
deposit of oil in country and go back to work.
That's it, bro.
Yeah. You want to drill so bad, drill where it benefits us.
As a country and not just your pockets.
All right.
So, yep. I, wha- you know what I gotta say? Go Trump, go drill, baby, drill. That's it. Drill, baby, drill. Last topic of the night. We can get up off the politics. We got this one should be about the Colombian student.
Dun-dun.
Update on the anti-Semitic. What was that? What did you call that? Like a support group or what? What came out? It wasn't no boycott. It was a protest. There you go.
Oh, process. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Mahmoud
It,
Khalil will remain detained in Louisiana until at least next week, following an initial court hearing in New York on Wednesday over the Trump administration's plan to deport the Columbia University graduate student for his role in campus protest against Israel. Dang, nigga getting deported for protesting. How you feel about that initially?
okay. I am on the fence
Talk to me.
because there there are we have one side that says if I'm in jail, which is an institution, has particular rules. And if anyone incites a riot or a protest or a hunger strike, they're usually confined to solitary.
Mm,
One of the things that I am not sure about is what happens or what are the conditions that are involved with a student visa, and how much is legal or protected action and how much is illegal action or unprotected actions. And then if he's been convicted of any of the illegal actions or unprotected actions during the protest and he violates that visa, he has to be deported because those are the rules.
That's true.
So as unfortunate as it is that a great scholar is going to miss out on his opportunity, we again have to be accountable for our actions.
Okay, let's check out the next paragraph right there. It says the brief hearing, which focused on thorny judici- jurisdictional issues, drew hundreds of demonstrators to the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan to denounce the Saturday arrest of Khalil, a permanent U.S. resident who is married to an American citizen. Khalil, 30, didn't attend after initially being held in New Jersey. He was moved to an immigration detention center in Louisiana.
Ooh.
So, about your previous statements, have they
Um,
changed with that new piece of information? Him being an American citizen and getting married to an American woman.
no, because as far as I understand, there are still parameters. You can be have your permanent U.S. residency revoked per certain circumstances and through certain jurisdictions. So I believe that's why there was an issue with jurisdictions in the first place, because if certain boundaries are crossed in one particular jurisdiction or another, that's what disqualifies his citizenship.
Hmm. It says after Khalil's Manhattan arrest, Judge Jesse M. Furman ordered the 30-year-old not be deported while the court considers legal charges brought by his lawyers, who
Which just
want Khalil returned to New York and released under supervision.
right. This just means they can't send him out of the country until the case is closed. Because if he leaves the country and the case is not closed, they can the case can fall into some iffy waters.
No, facts.
So for sure, keep him countryside until you close the case. If found guilty after all evidence is brought forward, then he got to go.
With the quickness. And that's pretty much it for that one, bro. That was the update on the whole anti-Semitic outbreak. What happened on the college campus? What we brought up a few days ago.
There was an
So
active
now,
there was an active shooter in Loma Linda University in California 3 hours ago.
didn't know that. Did anyone get hurt?
I don't know. It flashed across the screen as they showed me on her screen as we got started.
Hmm, intriguing. We'll look into that. Run it down tomorrow. Now is our segment for your universal laws. So we have first the law of experience. New information entering the mind destroys previous information of similar nature.
Mhm. Yeah, the law of experience is pay attention to what happened so that you learn the first time. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to go through it again. So you better learn the next time. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to go through it again.
Right.
So if you
Uh,
don't learn from the experience, boy, you stuck.
Yeah, it says new information entering the mind destroys previous information of a similar nature. So what I get from that is say, okay, the blade of grass is green, but then you learn that the blade of grass is not green; it's a lime green. You get what I mean? So now, you that new information just destroyed the previous information of similar nature.
Mm.
That's what I take from that law. So the next one would be the law of fearful confrontation. When you fear something and have the courage to overcome it, you become addicted to doing so.
Yeah, that's just learning how to tap into that natural superpower that comes from accomplishing and acknowledging within yourself.
Agreed. I feel, let's say, you go bungee jumping for the first time and you successfully, have the experience. It's pretty good likelihood you do that again and again and again until you've had your fill of it. So yeah, I could see that. It's totally being something that we should be mindful of when we have a fear of something. Let's try conquering it. You never, the other side of the fence is you never know what's on that side. So it might be end up something that, turn into a hobby. Now I say bungee jumping because that's something I feel I'll never do, bro. Like you got it. But I might end up liking it. I might do it. I might end up liking it. But I don't like heights like that. I like roller coasters because I'm strapped in. I'm in a cart. I mean, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
bungee jumping, oh no. Air skydiving, oh no, no. Uh-uh.
yeah, not. I'm good at 9 stories or less. You know what I'm saying?
That boy. And for our last one for the day, we got the law of personal return. Now, this one I feel is very icky. If you think negative of someone or send harmful thoughts to them, the thoughts may harm that person, but will come full circle to the sender. Same thing happens with positive thoughts.
Yeah, you reap what you sow. That's what that is.
Yeah, thoughts are sowing. You know what I mean? Thoughts are seeds. So when I tell you think with greatness, yes, plant that seed of greatness because if there's any wickedness in it, it will come back to you full circle. And the day, that's all I have for the universal laws. If you want the full 50, the quick guide to the full 50 laws of the universe, the link will be in the description below the video. So it's time for our curveball segment. Time to bring the bat out.
Oh,
Man, I got two of them. One from me, one from Bay. Bay says water really wet.
no.
Talk to me. Why not?
Water makes things wet, but water itself is just a chemical combination.
Ooh, you had to go scientific on it, huh? You knocked that one out of the fire, but I got one for you. This one gonna make you think now. What's a widely hold up? What's a widely acceptable political belief today that you think future generations will look back on and with disbelief?
Run that again.
What's a widely accepted political belief that What's a widely accepted political belief today that you think future generations will look back on with disbelief?
Political parties.
Parties themselves?
Yes. Well, at least the Democrat and Republican parties.
Mm, that's a great answer.
Of course. Came from the king.
You know, what my answer was going to be was a little bit different.
Huh. You're probably going to say the way they vote.
Well, I was just going to say they wouldn't believe that the Democratic Party created the KKK.
Oh, no, they're totally
Hey.
believe that. They're totally going to believe that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's tough to say that because you got people today who don't believe it. And it's like clear as day. Like we living in the
You think
times
that's
where,
you think it's going to be hidden history?
yeah, they wouldn't believe. The next generation wouldn't even believe it. Because, like you say, when parties go to disappear, a whole lot of racism is going to disappear as well. And with that racism of racism, gonna come to disbelief that a Democratic Party, one of those parties that don't exist no more, created a group to hate a specific group of people and fearmonger them. Cause bro, me and you know today the Democratic Party ain't shit for us, dog. I mean I can't put it no blatant, no plainly straight, just like that. Raw cut. You get me? It ain't. It's not for us for real.
Already.
Man, my grandma told me she'll vote Democrat till the day she died. She said that shit. I believed it. Bro, I believed it, bro. I believe that it don't matter who the Democratic Party put in front of her, she's gonna vote for her. I was like, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And that has been my curveball. You answered that quite swiftly, brother. I salute you. You knocked them both out the park. I had to agree with the political party one. I totally agree. That will be something that future generations will look back and be like, damn, it was two different parties in the government. Like,
Right.
what kind of parties? Was it house parties? Like, was it club parties, birthday parties? Like, I told I told my daughter I used to listen to tapes. She was like, how you listen to tape and it just sticks stuff together?
Hmm. Oh, man.
Bro, I felt so old.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh my God.
That's a good
Yo,
one.
yeah, man.
Oh,
This has been the Table of Greatness. As always, great people think with greatness. I am your host, King Crucial the Great, King Chaos the Great. We are out. Until next time, as always, think with greatness.